Hey guys, and welcome back again to my channel. Sorry if this video took a little long to upload. Well, you've guys seen my previous video and I tried a little bit new editing technique and it seems like you guys liked it. So I'm doing it again, don't worry. I will keep the editing style. And by the way, of course the story is going to be long, so I will summarize the story later on. But now, let's actually talk about my previous video. So, take a look at this. So, well, my video was well perceived, good, but I'm sure nobody expects this video to hit 800 views. I think when I released the video, it already got 200 views. And I don't know what the hell happened. I don't even put any effort. I mean, I did put some effort to play, of course. I'm still a noob, and I am searching for a better recorder. Of course, for any fans expecting my Forza Horizon 3 videos, I'm still searching for a better recorder. I got the OBS studio set up. I'm just trying to fix the weird sounding audio. Other than that, I'm still trying to get the recording set up. So, I still did not expect that many views, and it already become my second most viewed video, and I don't even know what happened with that. What? Okay, I couldn't even believe it. Alright, so today let's get to the summary of the story. Let me summarize the story for you so that you understand it in detail. Alright, story time, skip if you don't want to, and let's go. There was an adventurer named Perilous. He was a cartographer. He was tasked by Lan to survey the landscape of Sumeru and update older maps. However, he was just an apprentice, meaning his sketches still has some mistakes. However, he doesn't know the terrain in Sumeru as well as the locals. The task was given to the Liyue branch due to the one infamous professional cartographer. She just needs to see the landscape and boom, the map is done. However, she left for some mining area, leaving behind the task to Perilous. And somehow Paimon wants him to make maps about delicious stuff, delicious foods to find. Are you sure? Alright, the story is just that simple, and somehow they managed to cram all of that in a long conversation. Actually, that's kind of amazing. Alright, and so let's get straight to the event. Alright, we're done from the story, if there is even any story at all. But let's get to the event straight away, because the tutorial doesn't really mean anything. Oh, I forgot, there's still some dialogue, but they're pretty short, not really that much actually, and it's just a continuation to the story, so I don't really think it's that much important. One thing I found weird about this event is that one day I record this event in my phone and I play it from the beginning until it finished, and I add up the story and the event all together, and they add up to more than an hour. And after editing this video and checking for a little bit, it doesn't even reach 40 hours. I mean, my lap, maybe it was just a lucky set of team, or my laptop was just faster. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to the event. Alright, so this event would reward us for using different characters. I don't think I can use 12 different characters though, that was just too much. But I think we can do 10. I also managed to do it on my previous account. So let me just pick the hardcore team first. I will be using lttle for enemies that I think are kind of harsh. So let me just check again. So yeah, this group, they're not harsh, but they're not very element oriented, so I am pretty confident about using lttle there. And what should we bring along with these three teams? I actually don't know. Should we bring a healer? Or should we bring animal? Let's just try animal. And let's go. The first time in combat, usually with Ito, I would just bring Goro and just slam Ito's I forgot the name again, Ushi, and then we just do burst. And to address the problem on my previous video, yes, you guys told me that well, the video got a little loud and you couldn't exactly hear what I say, so I actually fixed it now. Okay, thank me later. But then, hey, you wouldn't be able to hear anything what I say in the game, and like, bruh, I just upload the raw version. I will just upload the raw version in like the link in the description. It's an unlisted video. You can just watch it if you prefer video raw. Ito's doing pretty good actually. Look at the damage. It's not bad. Though with the splitting, I can just use Ito again, but with Lumine and maybe a healer or a shield again. But I'm not going to pair Ito with Layla. The main problem is because I don't have Kokomi yet. And I tried reaching for Kokomi, but I got Jean, which is, well, it's a healer, but not the kind that we wanted, especially with the Dendro team. With Kokomi, it would be nice because we will do reaction and stuff, but for the time being, I'll just stick with Layla with the Dendro team, along with Nahida. So far, I'm not complaining, but Ito's damage is already pretty well. I don't really need an improvement over the shield. So far, so good. And there's nothing to worry about. Like, look at this. Ito just smashed the enemies. It's just... You wouldn't have to worry about anything. Like... Yep, just wait until this enemy dies. Well, it's taking some time. I'm just, well... I'm just saving up my burst for the next one. Oh, okay, I accidentally used it. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, let's get a character selector, and this is, and you can see right here, the enemy is very element oriented. And do you know what is element oriented? My Dendro team. So I'll be using my Dendro team, of course, with the typical Dendro reaction. Nahida is first, but first we use the shield with Nahida photographing every single one, and then just do some electro and Tighnari burst. The thing is with Tighnari is that his energy recharge was so great that I could just use his burst at any time and would just recover no problem. Like one day I was farming for him. I was like, I mean, of course I chose a better artifact for him, and it ended up all going on energy recharge, which is of course better than his previous artifact, but it left him with so much energy recharge. I mean, that was just too much. However, I don't really have a problem with that. So this is just an improvement. However, for the strategy here, there are no time. So keep calm and just enjoy. There are no times. And maybe just watch out for their HP. So from the time I played this event, you see this green circle, which means healing, of course. They can recover HP, but I have never seen that goes against me in the way that is cruel, or I've noticed it myself. Actually, I haven't seen much enemies recovering HP here, so I can just go swiftly and do whatever I want. Okay, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just basically spamming everything that I can because it works. I mean, well, you don't even need an optimal team when there is no time constraints. You just have fun. And boom, that's our last. Dendro team is strong, by the way. Okay, let's go to the next one, and the next one is going to be Ito again. I will use him mainly for strong enemies or enemies that does not require specific elements, such as definitely not slimes, but in this case we'll use him because, well, there's one geo thing there, and I mean, if you use him, then you can just burst and just, well, just kill all these enemies with ease. And then these are the Geo, I forgot the name, but it didn't really pose much threat to us. We can just kill him easy with Ito. I did the same with Ayaka, and I faced these guys many times because I am farming for Eola on my other account. And the result is, well, I got quite used to it. Not in the sense that, hey, I know how to handle this, but because I'm using a freeze team on my Ayaka. And so that this means the enemy does not move. And I kept the enemy in the same place. I mean, that's the advantage of using a freeze team. But using Ito, well, while you're not getting an advantage from the enemy side of the enemy's not moving, I still can see how this can come in handy. Like, you just kill enemies very quickly, and I am a fan of that. Though I don't really like his playstyle though. Okay, today we are going to go to the second event, I guess, and we actually don't really spend that much time. I think we've only been like 11 minutes from the recording time. Well, we're doing pretty great, and the enemies is as such. So I will suggest using Ito first round because, well, there are some the animal Fatu is not really that element oriented enemy, so I can just use Ito. Okay, the level doesn't seem to change that much, so let's get it started. So I will just use Goro's skill and then just throw Uzi and then just go into burst. You just hit the enemies here, there's not really much to it, and just wait until they all dead. And then just continue. There's not really much to it other than that. Maybe you will be a bit too fast if the enemies are together and don't even have enough time to recover. But the rest is pretty easy. The enemies are very... this event will throw many enemies at the beginning and then will gradually get fewer and harder in the end, which is not a problem at all for Ito. He handles the enemy very well. And then this is the last one, which I don't think is even challenging at all. Maybe if you do the 12 characters challenge, that will be challenging, but for me, I'm mostly fine with this, and we can even make some good progress. And from the previous level, you can see I exactly used Ito's burst accidentally, but by doing that, I found out that the burst does not carry on. So you can just waste your burst, and then if you use the exact same character again, the burst will be full. So that's a good thing to know, because sometimes you want to save up your burst in the very last, and then in the character that you might want to use again. But this time, there's no problem with that. So you can just waste your burst. Don't do it unless you're in the end. So far, we're doing pretty good. The damage from Dendro Electro Reaction is quite good actually. And then there's enough time for me to just do it again. And this time there are fewer enemies, but there is this Electro Abyss, which is no problem. I can just use Layla's burst and it will just do great. And there we go. And now we have two Electro Abyss, and we just use Layla's burst, no problem with that. And there we go. It's that simple. And there we go. See, their shield is broken, and we have one enemy left. Okay. It might take a bit longer. Just waste all our burst because we're not going to use this character again. There you go. And off to our third round. And I'll be using Ito again, but this time with just different teams. Should we use Kazuha again? Or should we use a healer? I'll try... Should we try Bennett? I don't know. Let's try Mona. Okay. So let's see. This time we're facing Hillshot again, which is not a problem with or without burst. I'm just use the burst. Maybe you'll finish too fast and then you don't have enough energy to do burst again, and when the next batch of enemies comes around, but I'm sure it'll be no problem. Okay, Why? Okay, here you go. lttle is perfect here because enemies are using geo shields and you just defeat them one by one. How easy it is. There we go. Alright, and this is the last one. Actually, I don't know how the heck did it happen, but I'm pretty sure I remember hitting one of these pillars with Noah, and it was much easier than just using lttle's burst, apparently. So my calculation might be wrong, or what the hell is happening in the game? I don't know. But other than that, pretty smooth. You just have to kill the healer first, the enemy healer, because then you'll face the healing enemies even when you... This is the second level, mind you. It's no longer the healing level. And there you go. We are done. Challenge completed. Easy. Still pretty much easy. And we only spent 5 minutes. Okay, that wasn't really that hard at all. So let's just continue. I think if we continue at this pace, we could finish this whole event in like 30 minutes. Or maybe around that time. So let me just check the enemies. Okay, Hydro Mimics. And that whatever Phoenix kind of looking thing in that. So Hydro Mimics, defeating Hydro Mimics using Dendro would be cool. So I'd love to see that. Okay, so it is the Hydro Mimics. You might think that I might have used Ayaka to clear out this event. So actually no, I didn't. I just used Raiden and Xiangling because I think that Ayaka should deserve facing harder enemies. Like that Phoenix right there. That is pure hard. When I remember when they added to the Abyss, I rage quit like twice when I try to complete it. I know it's a really hard enemy, but once you get used to the team, it's not really that hard. I mean, well, if you know how to defeat it, but for me, the time constraint is just to wait until that whatever that thing occurs and whatever, and then you just try to disable it or whatever. It's too hard to explain, but I'm gonna use lttle. So use a stronger character against stronger enemies. So that Hydro Mimic battle wasn't even a hit because, like, bro, I was going so fast. I mean, well, it's a bloom reaction. It's one of the strongest reactions in the game. So how hard could the last enemy be? So far, it's the same strategy game, many enemies, but then the more you play, they will spawn fewer enemies, but they will be stronger. So this one is not much of a hit. So just maybe you try to collect enemies. I don't recommend you to collect enemies using Animo, mainly because it's only useful on the first part of the level, except when you know well that it's not only, I mean, the many enemies doesn't only show up in the first part of the level, which is not in this case. So, well, yeah, and you'll see this. Let's just call it a bit of tougher enemy, but it's still manageable. You know how to defeat it, and it's not really, that doesn't really damage the character that much, so it's fine. I think. So yeah, you can just there'll be a pets kind of thing. So you just defeat the pets to defeat them faster. It's kind of like that. And there you go. You can also bypass by not caring about the paths, but it'll just become slower in the end. So it's a bit of a trade-off. If it's choosing the balance between whether the HP remaining was enough to defeat alone without the paths, or just usually you need the paths. So well, it's you have to calculate that. And this is the last enemy, so I'm just going to heal with Noelle, I think. Yeah, not really useful. And then there's also this Dendro ore. Okay, this is it's a scorpion, not a Phoenix. But this type of enemy, the elemental enemy kind of thing, is one of the most annoying enemies they managed to add in this game. I am not joking when I say that. It is one of the most annoying. Mainly because you don't do enough damage, yet they deal enough damage to you to just drain your HP, like, bruh. My point's proved. Exactly. But we're not going to be using that again later, so it's fine. Oh, come on. So there will be this kind of thing that you have to do with elements. If you don't bring elements, you're dead. You're dead. There are no other thing you can do. And when you manage to do that, they will just kind of like in a weakened state like this, and then you just hit them. That's it. It doesn't sound hard, but it's actually harder if you go to the abyss. I think I encountered them at 10th or 11th. Is it 10th? I don't know if they appear. I think it's 10th. It was really that cool. And then there's this disappearing pyramid. Are they called pyramids? I don't know. I don't even know what they're called. I'm just gonna call them whatever names that I can come up with. These things, they disappear, and when they disappear, I mean, if you freeze them, you can kind of see them because they left some sort of trace. But even when they left a little bit of the trace, the auto aim in this game will not point to them. So you have to kind of go your way across and just try. Hopefully hit them. See, I did see a little bit of shadow there, but the auto aim will definitely not see the shadow. So aim your way, get a good vision, I guess. And that's it. There are no other strings attached. I think I bitten this enemy on the 11th floor, the monolith one. I was kind of shocked when I discovered enemies that could disappear, but when I get used to it, I freeze them in. It's okay, not really that problematic anymore. And the rest of this event is fine, actually. The enemy's not really that complicated. It's the one we have faced before. There you go. And that's it. He just takes a little bit more time. Maybe the enemy just got a little bit more HP. Okay, the last one. There you go. Okay. I really don't. I mean, well, when the enemies are kind of like spread out, I do see the point of using animal. But in this event, they only have very limited usage. That it'll become useless in very specific circumstances. There you go, that's the last one, and the only difference is that she's alone now. So, we don't really have any other enemies to defeat other than herself. So, this should be easy. There you go. The danger is kind of annoying though, so you have to switch to, what? Okay. I've never seen that attack before. Honestly, I've never seen that one. Okay, let's just hope we survive, okay? Let's just hope we survive enough, okay. Okay, I don't really, I don't know if I can just try this. Let me just try. If I can kill the snake, I should have been able to stun her. Okay, it's okay that it didn't hit. Okay, that at least make it, okay. We just need to maintain Ito's HP. Okay, pretty good. And there you go. Okay, it's on the line, but we did it, and we took longer. Okay, I must admit that was a really close one. I have never seen that much attack before, and we already spent a longer time than before. I mean, like, bruh, it should have been like 21 minutes now, but I think this is like 24-ish. So yeah, we did actually spend more time than before. So I'm not sure we can maintain the 30 minutes phase. So we'll just get on to it. I think we'll just need a healer, but I don't need it at the moment. Alright then, let me just prioritize my shield then. Right, this one should be easy, okay? There's not really that much to it, okay? Let me just see if I can defeat them all in one go. There you go. Okay, this one guy left. Okay. And okay, this one's easy. It's I mean, like, if you, as long as you bring the correct element, you should be fine. Like, I bring Mona, for that reason, only for that reason though. There you go. Okay, I haven't killed this one yet. There you go. Okay, it's fine now. And then from this point on, just sprint and it will just work. It's like Ayaka. Like your sprint actually gives some sort of elemental input on it, output on it, but I'm not sure if it can do damage. There is someone proving that Ayaka's sprint does still damage. You can already prove it by running over rocks or minerals, and it will just show the HP, which already proves that. But this guy, there's this guy that goes far and beyond to prove that it actually does damage by, I kid you not, defeating the Raiden boss, weekly boss, with only Ayaka sprint. It worked. And I don't even know why would anyone do that. It was like, can you prove 1 + 1 = 1 in the most complex way possible? It was like, why would you even want to prove that? I mean, it's proven, but well, isn't it just a waste of time? Okay, first batch of enemies, not really that hard, and the second is ruins. We already got used to ruins multiple times. We've defeated them multiple times. It's okay. You can hit the weak spot or not. It doesn't even matter. I'm just gonna use Ito, okay? Normal Ito. I'm just going to defeat them in one go. So you see this? This is the new ruin introduced in Inazuma, and they're not really that different from any other ruin. You just defeat them. There are some weak spots that you can hit. The weak spots just at different places, and there you go. It's actually one of the easiest in the bounties, and I'm just gonna prove it. There you go. Easy peasy. And then there's the big one. The big one for me is very easy because I use Ayaka Freeze. Although using Ito is also easy. Let me just prove you. Only his HP is big. It's not really that hard to dodge his attacks. And the weak spot will light up whenever he wanted to do attacks. And I found that out first time on Dragon Spine, I think. And there you go. Okay, we almost did it. Boom. It's not really that hard to defeat, and then we'll get to our last batch of enemies. Okay, come on. There you go. These two. Now, one thing I want you to know about these two is that there is this, of course, the ruined one that appeared first time, and then there's this big one that looked like a dinosaur that appeared in Sumeru. The dinosaur looking kind of one, they had a big HP, to my knowledge. And yep, it really shows because like I did try to defeat using Ayaka, and it takes more tries. I don't know if it's because it's healing while I defeat him, but yeah, I definitely feel like it has more HP. It's thicker in HP. Right, let's continue. So our next one. So the next one will be an obvious team because of course I already picked a 2 other team, and let's do the Nahida team. This one is the fungi. So this one is actually where the animal crowd control will be useful. Yeah, very few cases, right? I'm quite proud of this event. So you just shoot and you're fine. So the one perk using a Tinari is that when you don't hit the enemies, there are multiple arrows that will just correct you anyway. So it doesn't really matter if you hit your enemies or not. There you go. You just shoot whatever you want, and then the arrow will split and hit many out of the other enemies. So yep, not really much of a problem. And I'm just gonna use Nahida Burst right there. Some more Electro Burst. I rarely use the Eye Burst actually, unless like when I really need it, like in the Abyss or maybe in events like that. So this one is not that hard. There's just plenty of enemies, so you just have to be mindful of where the enemy goes, and it will just spread out. In the Abyss, it's not really a problem because I can beat the time anyway, even when the fungi is like go everywhere. I'm fine. Okay, I'm used to this. There are no weak spots. Weak elements like the Whopper Flower, where you can need specific elements to just weaken them. The fungi is just fine. Okay, are you ready for the last one? Usually the last one is the hardest. Usually. But I'm not sure about this one. Let me just see the enemies first. Okay. Actually, that might be a downgrade. Or maybe, they just put one of these Spectre on it. I mean, Spectres are annoying, but I'm not sure how much when I got a very solid team. So from this point, you can clearly see that I'm gonna pick lttle first and last, because I want to... Of course, the other way I'm just gonna pick lttle for a bit more damage, and this one I'm just gonna pick with Barbara. It's okay, I have learned my lesson from last time about getting damage right in the end. Honestly, I've never seen that happen to me before. And do you know what this electro particle thingy is? I think the old Abyss has it, though. They are removed now. Thankfully, they are removed. I remember seeing this in the Abyss and was like, bruh. Back then I couldn't even complete the Abyss because I haven't upgraded my team that much. But now that I see the return of it, well, it's manageable now. It's not really that hard. Just stay inside. There will be enemies that will not come to you, so beware with that. First time is easy. There you go. Oh, almost. Okay, the slime. This one's also going to be easy. But, do you see the Spectre? That is the one that is not obedient. So, be careful with that. I'm just going to make sure I kill the Spectre first, so that they don't run away for no reason. There we go. I'm securing the place. Challenge completed. Actually, we're doing pretty well on the last challenge as well. Okay. So see that Cryo and Electro one? I'm just gonna pick the Dendro team. I'm fine with this. Okay. As always, shield first, Naida, and then just do reaction immediately. And then, there you go. Just a standard rotation, as they call it. Not really that much challenging. Maybe I should try the hard mode, but the hard mode doesn't really give you any reward for completing it, unless you use every single character differently, which is a problem. Because I don't really have that much upgraded character. So I need to kind of upgrade my team to just even get the reward. Okay, we're doing actually pretty well. We just killed this slime in like almost no time at all. We don't really need to get out of this circle, so we're fine for the most part. There we go. Okay, we're doing... Okay, we're doing good. Good progress. Okay. There's this one, last one. Okay. Okay, actually the Electro Circle is not that much of a problem. Let me just see the last enemies. Okay, this is the Fatui gang, whatever. Let's pick my most hardcore team, of course, with a shield now. Okay, let's just see how well we go. Okay, first time, no problem, because the enemy is going to be spread out and the circle would be bigger. There we go. You can just defeat them faster. I don't really need speed, but it would help. If I can extend this burst to the second... Okay, I can't. Sometimes when you use your burst in the first batch of enemies and then the second batch spawn, you can still continue using your burst. Maybe that would be great, but the timing just have to be precise, because if not, then well, you just wasted your burst on the first batch of enemies. I think this is one of the most I hate this. So when the enemies does not comply with this electric circle, that's a problem. That's a real problem. Oh, seriously? I hate this. Okay, now this is the last enemy, which is supposed to be easy, because it's just one, and I'm using lttle, so it's not really a problem for me. There you go, easy peasy. The circle is not really a problem for me anymore. I have no well. I don't know how much shield it protects, but anyway, I did it. It's fine, and I finished the whole event. Alright guys, that is up in this video, so I'm just gonna claim the Battle Pass reward first. And thank you guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe down below to support me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Let me just claim all the rewards, honestly. I don't know how satisfying it is to claim rewards on PC. I don't really do that much often because I usually just complete challenges on phones. Well, there's not really much. The last one I couldn't do anything because I need 12 different characters. I need to build new characters. I mean, I might be able to do it. No, I'm not risking. I'm not risking losing my time or sanity at all. So, well, let me just... The recording isn't even that long. It's like 40-ish minutes compared to my phone recording. Well, I don't even know the connection between this Patio Cartographer and even doing this event at all. I don't see the connection. Usually event stories and events is connected, right? But this one is not. They didn't even try. Are we exploring to give him details or whatever, or give him the courage to even explore the maps in Sumeru? What is the connection? Like, I don't get it. Okay. Let me just claim all my redemption code reward, and bye.